Welcome, everybody, to International Indie Summer 2022. We're so excited to have all of you joining us from around the world. We have got a great lineup this year. 3 days of independent artists and their original work from all around the planet. They're happy to be here and share their great music with you. And I am so delighted. First of all, Captain Eddie, sorry. For those of you who don't know who I am, shame on you. I have the lovely Avery Raquel joining us all the way from Toronto, Canada, and Emme Lentino joining us from Auckland, New Zealand, actually Christchurch, right?
Auckland, yes.
Auckland, okay. Had it right the first time. And they are the co-hosts of our other shows. So we have we have three shows. We have the Memphis show on Friday with myself and Avery Raquel, and we have Hearts of Nashville on Saturday with myself and Emme Lentino, and the European show, which is kind of an unplugged mess. You just don't know what you're going to get on Sundays. So yeah, I'm just so excited. We're all glad to be here. Up first, oh my goodness, such a great artist, one of the hardest working road acts around today. She has opened for so many mainstream artists, including the one and only BB King. I'm so jealous. This performance, I think, highlights her. She has kind of a soft yet powerful vocal ability and her lyrical writing abilities as well. We're just honored to have her. She's actually part of our team. She's one of our featured artists here at Heart of Indie Radio. But I'm not going to hog the mic. Avery and Emme, what do you think about this?
She's lovely. She has this beautiful, warm, sweet tone, but she also has like that edge to her where you know that she means business. But this song in particular, the one that she's going to perform for us, is so beautiful, and the lyrics have great meaning, and she has a lovely presentation. So I'm excited for you guys to hear it. But I mean, if you have anything to add.
Yeah, she's an amazing artist, and I remember being super excited when she did agree to be signed with Heart of Indie Radio. It's a huge compliment to us that she was like, yeah, you guys are legit. I'm gonna go ahead and hang out with you. We were like, yes. So without further ado, we give you Raquel Aurelia with Everything, her acoustic version, right here on the International Indie Summer 2022.
Was real, another way to feel. My whole life has changed, will never be the same. Things are going my way. You're here with me, and it's clearer today, 'cause I finally see things are different inside. So beautiful and and I know in my heart this is where I should be. clearly see things are different inside, so beautiful and free. And I know in my heart this is where I should be. This is where I should be. Ooh, where I should be. Things are so beautiful. Things are so beautiful.
I know you'll be here tonight. I look at you and I'm affected. You got something I like. You waking up my appetite. I got you on my mind. You fascinate me in a way that I just can't define. And I've been here 100,000 times. Oh, oh, always the same. That's the way it goes. Oh, oh, I gotta know, is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love that I'm feeling tonight that I feel for you? Is this love? Am I dreaming? Woo! Is this love tonight? When I look in your eyes, I can see my soul reflected, and I realize you're the only one for me. But I gotta know, is it a yes, a no, or maybe am I losing my mind? You got me waiting on your call. Oh, oh, always the same, that's the way it goes, yeah. I gotta know, is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love that I'm feeling tonight that I feel for you? Is this love? Am I dreaming? Yeah, yeah. Is this love tonight? 'Cause I've been waiting for you, baby, all my life. And I just can't let this go. 'Cause I need to hear you say 3 little words tonight. The words I'm dreaming of. Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love that I'm feeling tonight that I feel for you? Is this love? Am I dreaming? Yeah, yeah. Is this love tonight? Is this love? Oh, feeling tonight for you. Is this love, my baby? Is this love tonight?
Welcome back, everybody. Captain Eddie here, and of course, I've got Avery, Raquel, and Emme Lentino. You've been listening to not only Raquel Aurelia and her song "Everything," but you've been listening to Natalie Miranda too. And this young lady is just so inspiring, right, Emmy?
She is. She's based in the UK, and the first time that I ever heard this amazing artist, it was actually via Twitter. Shows you how amazing social media could be. But I love how she every day she's posting these videos and she's reaching out to her fans and she's really connecting with people and letting them kind of know the inside scoop into the heart of what's going on in the indie artists world, and she's not shy, and I really appreciate that, because not everyone, maybe me included, isn't super comfortable sharing all of the the freak show antics that happen, but she's willing to share it, and it's and I think it's really helping her connect with even more people. So congratulations, Natalie.
Well said. Up next, we've got another really cool artist. This is Stephanie Beck. Now, this bundle of energy from New Zealand is just awesome. She's so smart, very positive outlook on things. And I had the opportunity to actually interview her recently and was just blown away. And if you watch this video, which you're about to, her audience engagement and that solo clap break, which is a known and trusted method of audience engagement, is just awesome. And to be honest, that can be dangerous sometimes because you can't predict what the audience is going to do. Are they going to participate, or are you going to be the only one clapping? You just don't know.
Yeah.
And this band is having such a good time. So anyway, I don't want to steal all of the description here.
I was just going to say, to your point about, the audience participation and you don't know what they're going to do. There's this really great video of Harry Connick Jr. and he's performing on stage. And when you clap to music, you're supposed to clap on beats 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The whole audience was clapping on 1 and 3, and it was really driving Harry Connick crazy. And so he was doing a piano solo at this point. So he did a 1 bar of 5/4. Flipped the whole audience around, came back into 4/4, and then they were all clapping on 2 and 4 without even knowing it. So crazy what you can do.
Wow.
Yes, no, Stephanie's lovely, and she's got this really cool kind of almost Carrie Underwood-esque style about her, but she's got these clear, lovely vocals, and I won't keep you any longer from hearing this video. It's so lovely. So this is Stephanie Beck with I Have a Dream.
Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie Beck and I'm a country pop singer-songwriter coming all the way from Christchurch, New Zealand to you. I'm so excited to be a part of the International Indie Summer 2022. And this year I'll be sharing my original song, I Have a Dream, which won a national songwriting competition and has a really beautiful message. So here it is for you, recorded live, and I'd love for you to check it out on Spotify and also follow me along with my social medias and keep along with my journey. Come along for the ride. Thank you so much for tuning in, listeners, and joining us for this special event. And thank you so much, Heart of Indie Radio, for putting on this amazing event for us artists to be able to share with you and be a part of this. So enjoy, have a great time, and thank you for tuning in.
Believe in this dream.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. You got Captain Eddie here with Heart of Indie Radio. And I have in the studio with me, I'm so excited. We have back none other than our own featured artist, Emme Michelle, who is so busy with so many projects right now with school, her music, so many things going on with her brand, but yet she's taking the time to sit with us today. And we are so honored to have you. So welcome back to me.
Hi, thank you for having me back.
Oh, we're just so excited. You've got a brand new project that we're going to talk about here in just a second. But, welcome back to the show. We know that you guys are so busy trying to stay on top of things. And you just wrapped up your series with Dear Diary. So how does that feel? Your baby is out there, the whole package.
It feels really great. I think I learned so much from the whole experience. And I think that's the main thing I'm taking away from it. It's a lot to put on an album, and putting out a debut album is a big achievement. And so there were a lot of things I learned along the way. I had a lot of great success with it, some really great moments. And so I just learned so much. And I feel like I've grown as a person and as a writer and an artist through it. And so I think I'm just really excited to take all that I've experienced with that project and bring it into my next one.
The cool thing is you've been very transparent and willing to share what you've learned along your journey with other independent artists that are up and coming, so they don't have to keep reinventing the wheel. And that is such a beautiful thing. So thank you for being willing to do that. Not every artist is willing to do that. That is just so cool.
Yeah.
And everybody has their own journey, even though they're gathering information from different directions. There may be more than one twist and turn, but there's only one journey, and that's your journey. And yes, I'm quoting Naomi Judd, but that's okay. Everybody has their own journey. So you got a brand new project, though, that you're so proud of, and we're so proud of for you. This is so cool. It's a detour a little bit. So tell us about this new project.
So I'm currently working on an EP. It's called It Is What It Is. There's going to be 5 songs on it. And as a whole, the project's very different than Dear Diary. I think with my first album, it was a lot with dealing with insecurities and all these really deep and reflective thoughts and feelings. And through doing the album, I've definitely gone on a journey of self-discovery. And so naturally, my next project is going to be a step past that. And I think this next EP it's super self-empowering. It's bold in many ways. There's a lot of direct messages. Some songs are sassy and fierce. Others are more heartfelt. But I think as a whole, it's showing my growth and strength as a person that I've kind of developed over the past year with Dear Diary. And so I'm just really excited for this next chapter. And the first single is You Get What You Give, which is coming out on May 20th.
I know, and you've decided to do an exclusive debut with us. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
We're so honored. I have to ask the question. First, let me introduce this little backdrop. People are probably wondering, what's with the teddy bear, Captain Eddie? This is May's Mental Health Awareness Month. And this is something that's 1/3 of what we do at Heart of Indie Radio. So on one side, you've got this teddy bear holding a sign that says looking for a friend, and the other side just says be a friend. So we would encourage you to do that today, to be a real friend, not just an acquaintance, a friend. Go out of your way to touch someone's life and let them know how special they are every single day. It only takes a few seconds or a few minutes or some small little genuine act of kindness. But okay, so my question about your transition from Dear Diary to your new project. So you go from these very heartwarming, mournful, longing for love songs like Will I Ever, and now you have this new track out, You Get What You Give, and you're standing there with a fireball in your hand. So gotta ask, what's that all about?
I think for a really long time, just talking a little bit about the inspiration behind this song, I feel like, okay, so if you have a kind heart like me, you definitely do, Eddie, but for anybody listening, if you're kind and you're selfless and you like to give a lot, you don't really expect anything in return. But sometimes it gets to the point where you feel like your kindness is being taken advantage of, and you feel like you're being used, and that people only talk to you when they need something or when there's something in it for them. And I feel like I let this happen to me so many times that, bringing this up with Mental Health Awareness Month, it started to get to me, and I started to feel down on myself. I felt like I wasn't appreciated and worthy to be receiving things as well. And so I feel like once I realized this, I needed to make a change because I didn't want to continue feeling that way. It wasn't healthy.
Right.
And so I decided, okay, I'm setting boundaries. And though I'm still a giving person, I'm starting to be more mindful of when it's being appreciated and when it's just being taken for granted and seen as something that somebody's just taking for their benefit. But with the fireball, I just like this song. The song actually references fire in the lyrics. In the second pre, it's, I know the truth can burn, but you lit the match, so the blame is yours. And so I just thought that was a really fun image. And so for the artwork, I was like, okay, well, I'm obviously ticked off in the song. It's a really fierce and bold song, and I wanted to kind of bring that into the artwork with the fire. So that's it. And nobody knows where I'm actually going to throw the fireball, so that's a full mystery.
So it's kind of representative of this fire and flame stop sign in a way. It's like, stop
Yeah.
it, stop taking advantage of me. Oh, that's so cool. So now we know what inspired the song. So thank you for that. So you have an interesting backdrop there where you're standing there with a guitar and it says, you get what you give. And it looks like part of your lyrics, waiting for you to meet me in the middle. But you've got all this imagery going on. So you got this group of hearts, cluster of hearts at the bottom, and you got a bunch of trees with the sunlight kind of peeking through, and two sets of hands, which appear to be male and female, not quite touching, a bit elusive. So what's the story with that? What do you want people to get out of that?
Yeah, so this is really interesting. So I think like I love the lyric waiting for you to meet me in the middle. And I think when you're talking about you get what you give and the balance of giving and receiving, you definitely want, in order for it to be a healthy relationship, whether that be like friend, family, romantic, whatever, in order for it to be a healthy relationship, you both need to invest equally. And
Yes.
this is showing that there isn't quite that balance, and the two hands representative of the two people aren't really finding that connection. And so that's what that means. And I think that's really cool how it ties into the idea of not really receiving what you're giving and that balance not coming together.
Yeah. Well, that's what I got out of it. Just looking at that image, that sun burst is not quite 100% through the trees, and the hands are not 100% connecting. So that was the immediate connection for me. Neither one was completely connecting. And sometimes love's like that. Sometimes love is elusive and messy. And, that's why we have songs, right? That's why we write songs constantly. So what are your summer plans, musically speaking?
Yeah, so I am definitely playing shows this summer. I have some here in Murraysville, and I
Yay.
also got asked to play Summer on the Square in Kirksville, Missouri in August, which is really exciting. So I'll be heading there. So I'm playing shows, and I'm also going to be releasing a second single called Afterthought, which is also going to be on the EP. And that's going to be coming later this summer too. And I'm honestly just I'm looking forward to relaxing.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I'm graduating from graduate school with my MFA in writing popular fiction at the end of June. And so that's going to be a big moment. And so after that, I'm just looking forward to, have time to celebrate and focus on music and everything else. So I'm excited.
So what about the more human stuff, the fun stuff? Travel, anything fun that doesn't involve graduate school or working on your brand or writing new songs? Just not that songs aren't fun. I agree they're fun too, but just doing something that doesn't involve anything that has a timeline to it.
So nothing specific is planned, but I'm just like looking forward to spending time by my pool, which I haven't really gotten to do in the past summers because I've been really busy with school and interviews and things. So I'm looking forward to just like chilling by my pool, hanging out with my friends. My sister's coming in a couple of weeks for our birthday celebration, so I'll get to see her. And I'm just looking forward to like literally relax because I feel like I haven't done that since, I don't know, forever.
So that's cool. Some personal time. And that's really important, to spend some personal time, away from all the obligations that we all have in the music industry. It's anybody who's just listening and just enjoying, you're on the fun side of it. There's a lot of intense work that happens behind the scenes, as you might imagine. So how can our listeners get a hold of you? If they haven't been to your website before or haven't been to your social media before, or any of your online presence, how can they find you?
So you can go to my website, which is demimschwartz.com. That is DEMIMSCHWARTZ.com. All of my socials are on there, my music and my blog that I update regularly. And if you want to find me on social, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. My handle is @DemiMSchwartz. And if you also want to check out my podcast, Right on Track, that's on all the podcast platforms too.
Awesome. And you have a lot of links on there as well to various interviews that you've done, around the country, around the world, actually.
Right.
And
So
those are really cool for folks. Well, Demi, thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to having you back here on the show again. And we love the fact that you're actually one of our signed featured artists. And you would be regardless of the fact that you're on this team, because you're really good at what you do. You're an awesome artist, and we're just honored to have you. But thank you for all that you do to help so many. Okay, everybody, we're going to get back to the show right now, back to the music here at Heart of Indie Radio, and we will see you next time. Okay, we're good.
Catfish are jumping, it's an impossibility. Someone's been rumbling and tumbling in my backseat. You tell me lies and you hold me tight. We go rumbling, tumbling, rumbling, tumbling through the night. Book us a tax man. What do? I don't know, baby. I sold my new car, still got no revenue. So sorry, sure. Somebody loves you, but who knows who? Why we go rumbling, tumbling, rumbling, tumbling. Rumbling, tumbling, rumbling, tumbling. Rumbling, tumbling, rumbling, tumbling. It's through the night. Whatever gets you through the night. From neoclassic to the Berlin Wall, cities crumble, legends will fall, and lost and lonely without a trace. You go rumbling, tumbling, rumbling, tumbling. Say. Oh, rumbling, tumbling, rumbling, tumbling. What's it? Say. Rumbling, tumbling, rumbling, tumbling. What gets you through the night? Whatever gets you through the night. Whatever gets you rumbling, tumbling, rumbling, tumbling. Say, baby, through the night. Tumbling, rumbling, tumbling. Take it on. Skid around, rumbling, tumbling, rumbling, tumbling. Rumbling, tumbling, rumbling, tumbling. Rumbling, tumbling, rumbling, tumbling. In the taxi.
Welcome back, everybody. You have been listening to some great music so far, and boy, do we have some more great music coming your way. This is a new artist coming up for us. You've been listening to Raspa. Now this, with Rumblin' and Tumblin', this is just a really cool video. And if you really love this artist, you can look for him on the Memphis show, because he's coming to the Memphis show soon. Avery is going to be speaking to him, and he's quite clever. Love it to death. So coming up next, this is so cool. Yeah, I'm going to take an opportunity to brag, a little selfish plug. This is one of our featured artists, Madison Gregory, coming up next. And she's, ladies, she's always so perky and happy. She has this contagious, raw, sweet Woodstock feel. Kind of reminds me of a 19-year-old Melanie Safka when she's on stage.
Yeah.
She's very,
I like that. That's really cool. It just totally, when you said that, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah. She's engaging with the audience and playing guitar and singing and being engaging, which, folks, that's not as easy as it seems. Particularly the guitar. Some people cannot play guitar and sing at the same time. It's a skill you have to learn over time. I can't wait to see where she takes her musical career. And I just hope they're along for a part of the journey. She's a cool artist.
Absolutely. I have followed Madison's career for a while, and she's been thriving, and she's so sweet. She's the most positive attitude of any person I've met. I feel like her as a person is like the human embodiment of sunshine. If that makes sense.
It is. She makes you feel guilty about being in a bad mood about something.
Right? Yeah. No, she's awesome. She's so great. But I won't hog the mic. I mean, if you have anything to say about Madison.
Yeah, I love Madison. I think she's just such a talent. And like you said, she is just sunshine. And to be in her corner is to feel loved. And yeah. I think that's really fitting that she's a part of the Heart of Indie Radio family, where we are all about love and kindness, and she just embodies those things, and she's happy to invite other people along for the ride, which is great. So this is going to be a fantastic song, Madison Gregory with Only Love, right here on the International Indie Summer.
Buckle up, folks.
I think it first started, I think I was just like sitting down with my guitar, and I was just thinking about how much that I've gone through and how I've been able to get through it, and how there are so many other people out there who in their stage, they may not think they can get through it. And so I wanted to write a song that kind of brought hope to people and just make them feel like it's okay to not be okay, and that they can talk about it, and that they're not the only ones who feel like that. Especially with verse 2 that kind of talks about like how you look and everything. Growing up, I remember, I think I was like in 4th grade or something, and someone called me chubby. And so I was kind of, you go through growth spurts and stuff, but that really hit me because it was such a negative comment. And I think with just how my brain is, I just was like, wow, there's something wrong with me. And I wanted to fix that. So it was like constantly kind of growing up, I would exercise. I would constantly watch what I ate. And it was almost like mentally like counting calories in my head and being like, wait, how many is that? How many is that? Like, is that too much? That's, and then especially like growing up, you look at your face and you're always comparing it to all these models and, depicting yourself, just thinking that every part of yourself is not perfect, because in the models and in magazines and stuff, I'm like, I don't look like that. But I think definitely as I've gotten older, I've just learned to embrace what I have. Like, it's fine to have scars. It's fine to have like a little bit of fat on your body, because I think I'd rather want to like live my life and experience and enjoy it rather than trying to look perfect for people. So for sure, I want people to connect with it, especially if it's something that they're struggling with right now, whether that's depression, anxiety, body dysmorphia, anything like that, just because I kind of just want to be able to help them see that they truly deserve to be here. There is a reason for everybody's existence, and everybody's existence matters. And I'd love to help them see that they should stay, and that, you know, if they are feeling that this way, they aren't the only ones. It's okay to not be okay. It took me years to actually be like, man, you feel so alone. But then once I was able to find someone that opened up to me and told me about their experience, I was like, wow, I will be okay. They were able to get through it. I can get through it, and it's so much easier said than done, but it is possible. And I really want people to know that it is possible to get through it. So yeah, if you connect to the song, I would love to hear about it. If you wanted to tag me in your story or something listening to the song, as a songwriter, that is one of my main things. I want to be able to connect and help inspire people, especially with an issue that is so near and dear to my heart. Hey Heart of Indie listeners, Madison Gregory here, and I'm so excited to be a part of International Indie Summer for the second year in a row. I hope everybody is having a great summer, staying cool, doing lots of fun activities. Joey also says hi. Here is an exclusive clip from me performing at one of my past gigs at Track 94, my single, Only Love.
Strong
Welcome back, everybody. You've been listening to our very own Madison Gregory. And yes, we are very proud that she's one of our featured artists here. She's so bubbly. And that video was so much fun. It made me feel guilty about not being there. You know, you want to be there. This is the kind of artist, ladies, who, even if you didn't know who she was and you're walking through an event like that, you're going to stop and listen and walk up there and kind of get to know her and try to figure out. This is the kind of artist who will have you digging on your phone. Okay, what else does she have? Does she have any albums out, any EPs out? How many songs does she have out? What's her story? And if you can't find, you're going to hang around and wait and talk to her afterwards because she's just magnetic that way.
Mm-hmm. I agree 100%.
Totally. I third agree.
Yes.
No, that sounded wrong.
Invent our own terminology around here. This too is an unplugged event. So
Oh my goodness.
So we've come to that part of the show where we have to say we'll see you tomorrow, not next week, but tomorrow for day 2 of International Indie Summer 2022, where we have another lineup of really cool music coming your way. And of course, a little nonsense from us. And I am so honored to have these 2 young ladies as my co-hosts. They are just awesome. Don't miss this show coming up tomorrow. It just gets better as it goes along. There's 3 days of really cool music, and the artists just want to get their music in front of you. They love you. Give them some feedback, send them some emails, look them up online, give them some engagement, download their music. They would love that. But anyway, we will see you next week, and I'm going to let these ladies take it out.
Yeah, thank you so much to all these amazing artists that we listened to today. And I'm so excited for tomorrow. It's going to be just as amazing as it was today. So please stay tuned. And thank you so much for supporting today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in to the very first day of our International Indie Summer concert. You've seen an amazing group of artists from all over the globe. We have even more in the next couple of days coming up. And as Avery and Eddie has said, we've enjoyed our time, our antics together, hanging out virtually with you. And please support these amazing artists. From our heart to yours, we will see you tomorrow.